Welcome back, everybody, to another Star Wars Unlimited video, where today we are taking Tarkin Rapid Assault and Green Leia for a spin. Anyways, both of these, again, are from this website right here, swubd.com. And again, we are here at Force Table. So anyways, let's take a look at both of the decks before we jump into the game. These two decks have actually really interested me. If you didn't see, I did put in a community post that I am 100% really interested in this game. The mechanics are great. I love the cards. Star Wars is a big fan of mine. Whatever you think about the Disney Star Wars brand, and I do have a lot of thoughts about it. I cannot deny that I'm a big Star Wars fan, especially of the 8th movie, or the 7th movie, which is the only Disney Star Wars movie I cared about, and then the original series and the prequel series, and as well as like the Clone Wars and all the little spin-off series and stuff like that. So it's been a lot of fun. But nonetheless, I 100% am wanting to get into this in card play. So really start playing some cards, and Tarkin Rapid Assault it's one of those decks I'm actually really want to get into play, because I think this is a really good deck. It's an aggro strategy deck that's all about playing down little weenies and then bashing them into your opponent's board or into their opponent's base, and then making your opponent have to deal with the little weenies. Now, it is important to note that, again, I choose two decks. Are these two decks that could face off against each other? Not really. So it's always important to understand why you watch these videos, that if you try them out yourself, understand that not all the time we would be punching up against a Leia leader, but understand that you don't want to go wide, because this game does have some wide killing states. Like, I think set 1 or set 2 gave us the Death Star, or singular power, or whatever it was, that literally just goes one shot and kills the board. I think for 5 cost. And as long as you have at least the blue on it. The aspect of blue. So anyways, let's talk about Tarkin. Tarkin on his non-epic side, or his unawakened side. I don't know what to call this just yet. Well, I'm just going to call it his unawakened side, just because that's what to me it is. He's an action pay 1. You give a Imperial unit and an experience token. An experience token is a +1/+1. So you get +1 power, +1 defense. Then when you awaken him, he comes a 2/7, and then he does it on attack. So he does the exact same thing on attack as he does on his unawakened side. We're going to go red because we need to use the red to be a little bit aggressive. So we have Castoro City, and because we don't want to be using the 25, you could go down to the 1 epic city that allows you to use an epic skill to give -3 to a damaged character. We're not really caring for that. We are here to pump our weenies into our enemy's base. We're not here to deal with the board presence. Anyway, so that gives us the aspect of red, green, black. For the rest of the deck, we're running 2 of the Admiral Motai. When defeated, you get to ready any Imperial unit or villain. Then we have 3 of the Benthic 2 tubes on attack. A friendly red unit gains rapid 2, so basically they get +2 while attacking, which is really good to, again, deal that extra damage to our opponent. We have 3 cell block guard stormtroopers to be with a sentinel. We have 3 of just the Death Star trooper. We have 3 of the First Legion snowtrooper while attacking. Damage unit, this unit gets +2/+0 and gets overwhelmed, so again, deals excess damage to opponent's base. So this is a really good way to control board presence while punching our opponent's stuff off the board. We have 3 of the General Tag, or General Tag. When played, you just give an experience token to up to 3 different troopers, not Imperial units, troopers. So that could be your snow trooper. So again, right here, trooper. So anything that has the trooper keyword in it. Then we have 2 or 3 seasoned shore trooper. Or you control 6 or more resources. This guy gets +2/+0. We have 3 Vanguard infantry. When defeated, give an experience token to a unit. And then that is all our ground units. For our space, we're running 3 Imperial Interceptor. When played, deal 3 damage to a space unit. 3 Ruthless Raider. When played, when defeated, deal 2 damage to an enemy base and 2 damage to an enemy unit. 3 TIE Advanced. When played, give 2 experience tokens to another friendly Imperial unit. 3 TIE Fighters. For our upgrades, we're running only 2 Infiltrator skill. Attached unit gains Saboteur. So again, Saboteur means they ignore Sentinel and they defeat enemy shields. For our event, we got maximum firepower. Target the reactor for maximum firepower. Again, a friendly Imperial unit deals damage equal to its power to a unit, and when another friendly Imperial unit deals damage equal to its power, the same unit. So basically, we could use our little weenies to attack places. Our little weenies that get buffed up big, because the whole aspect is that we swarm the board with weenies. We use Tarkin to continually give experience tokens everywhere, and we build our weenies up. And as we build weenies and make more weenies, our opponent has to deal with all the weenies. Next up, we have Open Fire, which deals 4 damage to any unit, ground and space. We have Overwhelming Barrage. Give a friendly unit +2/+2 for this phase, and if it deals, then you can just deal damage equal to the power divided by chosen among it, so other units. We have 1 Power Failure, defeat any number of upgrades on a unit, and then finally 3 Precise Fire. Attack with a unit, it gains Saboteur for this attack. If it's a Trooper, it gets +2/+0. So that is a Tarkin. This one I actually want to 100% try in paper play. I have nearly everything here. Everything you see here is like common to uncommon. There is no real leaders or legendaries or Rs in this deck. So it's all about like little weenie beatdown with a lot of stuff that's also only from Spark of Rebellion. So, really nice deck. For Leia herself, we got Leia Organa, Alliance General. This is, of course, the Hoth Leia Organa. Action, attack with a rebel unit, then you may attack with another rebel unit. So just so you know, for ruling purposes, if you tap her and attack with a rebel unit, and if you don't have any rebel units that can attack, so they're all resting, she doesn't attack at all. You can't do anything with her. But if you do have 1 rebel unit to attack, you can tap her and then attack, but if you don't have another one, you can't attack again. The whole stick of this Leia deck is that we are spamming the board with rebels, and then we use Leia so that we can attack one guy, and then on that same exact turn, we attack again. Typically, if you decide to attack with one guy, then you're giving the chance for your opponent to respond. Again, this is chess. So if I do an action, my opponent gets an action. Then my opponent does an action, I get an action. The only time you just get to play the game yourself like you're doing any other TCG is once your opponent decides to take the initiative. Again, if you take it, you also lose all your things. You technically have passed this turn. So think of the game as a full turn as you and your opponent playing chess. Best analogy I've ever heard about this game, because that's how you get through your head. Leia on her awakened side, her epic side, is also the same thing. She attacks, she can attack with another rebel unit. So the whole aspect of this deck is that we are here just punching with all our rebels, and basically we're going to overwhelm our opponent with so many rebel attacks that they don't have a way to counteract it. So another aggro-style deck. Then for our location, we're using Tarkintown. This is the location I talked about with using Tarkin. But again, being 25 power, and we're really not here to really damage a lot of units. As you saw, the only real thing that has like overwhelm on it is a snowtrooper for Tarkin. So we're kind of here just playing, using this to help deal with damage. Because again, we're getting a lot of attacks in, so we have a lot of ability to board presence. So anyways, for the rest of the deck, we have 2. Admiral Ackbar, it's a trap! He restores 1, and when played, you may deal damage to a unit equal to the number of units you control in its arena. Again, when played, you could just do it, so you'll have to choose your arena of space or ground. Battlefield Marine, 3 of him, 3 Echo Base Defender for Sentinels, 3 Fighters for Freedom. He has Saboteur, and then when you play another red card, you may deal 1 damage to a base. We have 3 of the Fleet Lieutenant, and when played, you may attack with a unit. If it's a rebel unit, it gets +2, so you kind of see what the nature of like swinging in for a lot of damage. Then we have 3 Guerrilla Attack Pod. This is really nice because it can come in readied if your base, which I highly recommend you're not sitting at 15 damage on a 25 powered base, but sometimes it happens. If your base or your opponent's base is at 15 or more damage, he just comes out and readied, and then if this unit gets a +1 for each damage counter on it, so he can get a lot stronger, and he is a 4/6, so typically you want to be attacking your ground enemy. We're running 3 of the KST, K2SO. Again, he's got Overwhelm. When defeated, for each opponent, choose 1, either deal 3 damage to that player's base, or that player discards a card from their hand. So again, when defeated, doesn't matter if it's when we defeat it or when our opponent defeats it. As long as he is defeated, he gets to go off. We have 2, Mon Mothma. When played, you search the top 5 cards of your deck for a Rebel card and reveal it and draw it. 1, Rebel Pathfinder. He's a Saboteur. 3, Sabine Wren. Really good card. Really good card here. While there are at least 3 aspects among other friendly units, this card cannot be attacked. Now, your 3 aspects here is that we have red, green, and white. So if we want all the aspects, we're going to need at least to have red, white, and green. So we need at least a color of each character on the board. Anyways, on attack, you may deal 1 damage to the defender or a base. So she's always going to be able to swing every turn and deal that damage. And then finally, we have 1, the Spec Force Soldier. When played, a unit just loses Sentinel for the turn. Or for the phase. I guess we should call it the phase, because that's technically what this game uses, is phases. So again, the phase is you and your opponent going back and forth until both of you are officially done, and you officially draw your 2 cards and restand your energy. For the space front of the game, we got 3 X-Wing Alliance X-Wings. 3 Green Squadron A-Wings. It's got Rapid 2. 3 Red 3. Rapid 1, and then again, it gives a Rapid 1 to all of your, I think that is the good guy. I think that's the Alliance, or the light side of the Force. I forget what it is. Villainy or good guys. I forget what that actually symbol is. We're going to call it white. But anyways, the white Raid 1 cards on your guys, and we have Wing Leader. When played, give 2 experience tokens to another friendly rebel unit. For the events, we have 4 Cause I Believe In. Reveal top 4 cards of your deck. For each white card revealed this way, deal 1 damage during the base, and then you discard all of them. So you don't get them to your hand, so understand that this basically means you lose all those cards. But we have, as you can see, the majority of our deck is all white. So it has an aspect of white in it, so we'll always be getting damage. We have 2 Heroic Sacrifice. Draw a card, then attack with a unit. For this attack, it gets +2/+0 and gains. When this unit deals combat damage, just destroy it. So basically, it dies, as the sacrifice states. We have 2 Medal Ceremony, giving experience token to each up to 3 rebel units that attack this phase. So again, we want to make sure we attack, and then we use this ability. And then we have 3 Rebel Assault. Attack with a rebel unit, gets +1/+0, and then we attack again with another rebel unit, gets +1/+0. Are you figuring out that what this whole concept of this deck is? To just literally maul our opponent to death with attacks? And then finally, 1 U-Wing Reinforcement. So the top 10 cards of your deck for up to 3 units with a combined cost of 7 or less, and play each of them for free. Put their cards on the bottom of your deck. And by the way, it doesn't say standing as well, so they do all come in rested. That is the Leia deck. So today we are playing 2 very interesting strategies. Today we are playing Tarkin Quick Beatdown Aggro versus Leia Quick Beatdown Aggro. So we're playing 2 aggro decks together. Whoopee! Okay, so here's now the big question. What should we make the AI behavior? You know, this Leia deck to me feels like aggro. So why don't we make her aggro? She's going to be focused on hitting our board just like we are focused on hitting her board. So we could do that. You know what? I'm going to show you. Well, let's do. I know for the 100% for Tarkin, he's aggro. That's your whole game plan. Let's see what if we do with the Leia, being that she's aggro, the fact that she's hitting the board, but we're going to give her default so she knows to defend herself against Tarkin. I think that would be a good matchup. Anyways, let's take Tarkin aggro against Leia. Leia beat down aggro, I guess, in a way, for spin. All right, here we go. We're drawing our 6 cards, and we're not mulliganing this. Unfortunately, it is kind of hard to figure out what we want to get rid of, mind you. We don't have a lot of red, but Benthic does have 2 targets here, so let's get rid of 1 Snow Trooper. And I think this only gives the troopers. Well, we'll need another trooper down. Let's put down a Shore Trooper. I think that's what we'll do. All right, we are starting off the game here, so I think what we'll do is we'll start off by immediately starting to span the board. Now, the one thing, I did forget to mention the deck profile, but the owner of this deck profile actually talks about what he's supposed to do. Turn 1, you either you pass or you set up Sabine. That's what you want to do. Turn 3, you bring out the people with sabotage, the 3-drop red. Turn 4 is usually queso, and then you don't want to bring out Leia until you have Wing Leader. Because you want to bring out Leia and then Wing Leader Leia. So yeah, and you never in this, he says, for a cause I believe in, you never charge a cause I believe in. That's a way to win your games. Trust me, from some testing myself, that is one way to win. Now, the problem is we are dealing with him having Sabine up, which is going to be not fun. Let's play out Benthic. We could have used this, but unfortunately, neither of these are Imperial, so neither of those. Anyways, he took the favor. Let's... you know what? Yeah, let's charge another Snow Trooper. Even though we do have the ability to use a Snow Trooper being... Or my opponent will gladly kill off the Sabine for me. Let's play a card. I don't want to play him yet because there's no point just yet, so we'll play. There is turn 3. So the AI has already done 2 of the turns I've already talked about. So yes, your first turn, Sabine. I don't know if I would have attacked Benthic, but at least I would have done something a little different. And then you put down Fighters for Freedom, because again, when you play a red card, you just deal a straight damage to your opponent. Like I said, I think Leia is well enough to be where that mix where I think having her under the default AI settings is not bad. That's why I would like if Force Table could move to having people compete against each other. I think there's a difference between having people compete than having AI. But I'm not against AI. Well, I think it's very much enjoyable, the fact that we have AI here. So I think just to get rid of Sabine, I think this is perfectly fine, because then I can give an experience token over here to this guy. And then that's actually pretty nice, because we'll actually be able to do the 3 straight damage there. We don't, I guess we have 2 of those, but again, I think doing this and add out. Well, lucky enough, we did survive. Hilarious. Okay, he deals 3 damage. Okay, so let's play a card. Let's do him. We're going to give Trooper. I know we don't have enough troopers. Right, okay, so the AI decided to use the epic action. We're going to attack. Again, there's not really a point to use open fire because there's not... Well, level, yep, he did play a red, so he does deal the damage there. Action ability, we're going to use our ability. Let's give this... Here comes the X-Wing. We're going to take the initiative because there's nothing else to really do. Overwhelming firepower is actually going to have to come in extremely handy. Let's get rid of precision. That actually may be coming very much handy. So, firepower. We'll pump this up. We will give 3 here. We will give 1 here. Talk about draw of the top deck of the century. If we were playing in real life, this would be this would have been amazing. Holy crap, we just dealt with the board presence. Even though, like I said, we are attack Weenie Hut Jr. over here. For us to steal board presence. That's why we have like maximum firepower, overwhelming barrage. So again, like I said, Leia on her Awakened side is a raid 1. I totally forgot about that. And then when she completes her attack, you can attack with another rebel. So again, the whole aspect of this deck is that we're attacking with 2 guys in each one of our attack phases. Each time we decide to go attack, we can attack with 2 guys. Tarkin, like I said, he's the exact same thing as his unawakened side, as his epic side, is that he just happens to give experience tokens. So Tarkin into that. Trigger, we're going to power up. Because why not? Just power up this Stormtrooper. It's going to be the most powerful Stormtrooper you have ever seen. Yep, I was afraid he was going to take the initiative after I swung with the Stormtrooper. Because if he hadn't, I was going to next turn be able to go open fire, knock out this Saboteur. If I'm being honest, I do not think we need any more real charging power. I think 5 is like literally enough. Heroic sacrifice. These rebels will sacrifice themselves for the cause to kill a single stormtrooper. Amazing. All right. Anyways, let's play a card here. Let's play a stormtrooper. Let's play a card. I'm going to do open fire on Leia. Okay, now he has a sentinel up, which is not exactly what I wanted to see. Because that's a 4 attacking sentinel. It's Mon Mothra. She's going to grab herself that. We will attack. We're going to have to get rid of this sentinel. All right. He did attack with Leia, so he does get a +1/+1. We'll take the initiative here. That actually will be pretty nice. It's whenever you play when another friendly. Okay, so another. Okay, so actually that will work. Done here. Okay. Up and take the. Let's play a card. 𝐒𝐓𝐃𝐄𝐓𝐄𝐃. So, anyways, Leia is going to swing here, and then that triggers Mon Mothra the same because Leia completed her attack. And then let's. I think let's play another card. Let's do this. Well, there goes Tarkin. Let's play this guy, because then I could give 2 experience tokens to these 2. And then we attack. And that's it. I think we're winning it, even though... no, we're done. Even though it matters where what the AI decides to go with the attack. It's a little strange of an area to attack. Let's play this card. I mean, there was no way he was going to win it, mind you. Let's do 4 damage to Mr. Ackbar. Get him off the board. And then let's do 3 damage to Leia. And get her. And put her over there. Alright, and basically we're going to win on this attack. So we kind of see the aspect of this deck's aggro ability. Like I said, it's a little weenie beatdown. Now again, we didn't see the deck that could have dealt with the little weenies, like dealing damage everywhere. So again, as a reminder, do 100% make sure that you're never overextending your hand. Now, here we go, booting up. I'm going to make the AI aggro. This is what this Tarkin deck is. It's an aggro deck. So we're going to make him aggro. So let's see what our cards are. We already drew the Sabine. Okay. Honestly, I don't think this is bad. No, we're not gonna mulligan. I think we don't need the 6-cost character. And if I'm being a little honest, well, the fleet, this might actually come in handy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of the Marine just because I know what this deck has. All right. We ourselves are going to play a card. Hey, look at that. I like to play Sabine. Opponents decide to take the initiative, which makes complete sense when you're a deck that basically is all about beating down your opponent into a senseless state. I think I value the X-Wing a little more than I think I value the A-Wing, though the A-Wing does have Raid, which is actually nice. Ooh, he's going to come and kill Sabine. Oh, he's going to come and attack the... that would make sense. All right, let's play a card here. We're going to play this Rebel. We're going to give the power to Sabine. And then when she's attack this... I guess I should have swung into that, but I guess we have 2 cards next turn we could do. So we're going to take the initiative here. This will be coming in handy. We're definitely throwing that down. I think we could sacrifice Mon Mothra this turn. All right, we're going to play this. All right, so there's the token. Then let's do the action ability. Princess Leia demands her rebels attack. So this is where I show you, like, so we swing with 1. We swing again, then we swing with this again. So this is kind of what you're doing in this strategy. You're kind of just setting up a lot of bodies to swing around. But actually, oh right, I have this ability if I wanted to kill my own damaged unit. We will take the initiative this turn. Unfortunately, that does not kill off the shore trooper. That will actually may help a little bit here. Wing leader's really good to come out here. Kill off TIE Advance. I think I'm gonna put him away. Okay, so it's our go. I think I'm going to play a card by putting out an X-Wing. We're definitely going to have to sacrifice a turn to that. We're going to play a card, which is this, to give a +1 and an attack. And then a +1 to attack. Shore Trooper is going to come at the base. Tarkin and us both can awaken. Or go epic. Deploy my leader. He has not played any cards this turn. We will attack with the princess. We don't have another rebel unit to attack. That is now over there, which means this X-Wing cannot actually kill that. We take the initiative. Benthic is down. The Vanguard Infantry is down. General Tage is down. All right. Again, like I said, he's playing aggro, so his whole shtick is to punch me in the face. He can't kill me. So let's play Wing Leader. Wing Leader to give that to Leia. Maximum firepower! Just murdered off my Leia. Okay, well, Leia is dead. Maximum firepower. There you go, kids. Gives you the power of maximum firepower. Yeah, let's put our red leader, so that way everybody gets raid. But I'm pretty sure we're well and dead, because I'm pretty sure that was a massive hit. We are going to need to start having to deal with this board. I don't think we can deal with this board. Oh, gosh. Maximum firepower hurt. Wow, that maximum firepower actually hurt. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. These are two decks I actually really do like. This princess, this like pseudo-aggro, but pseudo-control Princess Leia strategy. We are kind of playing like a lot of characters, like all your rebel characters. So again, turn 2, you either pass, or if you got Sabine, you go Sabine. Turn 3, we didn't see it, but we kind of want to go fighters for freedom. That's what we want to do for the next turn. So that way, when we continue to play all our red characters, turn 4, typically we want to play K2SO, or we want to be throwing down Echo-based defender. You can also do this on turn 3 instead of the fighters. And then after that, again, we don't want to awaken Leia until we have Wing Leader, so we can give 2 experience tokens to Leia. I wasn't expecting us to get maximum firepower off the board. But yeah, after that, it's then once you get up to 15, drop this thing down and start punching. But yeah, I mean, this is your win con. As a reminder, like I said when we play Tarkin, never charge this. The creator of this deck says never to charge this because this is mainly your win con. It's mainly your win con because if you get your opponent down to 6 to 26 damage, or even say 21 if they're on the 25 power basis, you just need to play this, and because you can never miss, again, everything here never misses. This will always deal the 4 damage. But yeah, I like this. It's just a lot of swinging and hitting. It's a good aggro control strategy because of the fact that there's a lot of ability to swing 2 rebels at all times at it. Now, did I play a little bit on the control side when I played Leia? Probably. I think if I was to play this again for you all, I think I would have been a little more of the play style of trying to control Tarkin's board presence. But the whole aspect of Tarkin, like I said, is you are flooding the board with weenies. You're powering up your weenies, and then all your weenies, whole objective of your weenies is to literally punch your opponent in the face. Do not care about board presence. Do not care about anything. I don't care about your character over here that I should deal with. I am here to punch weenies, and then I want you to deal with me. And we kind of saw it when I played Leia, and I kind of played her not in the control style. Tarkin was able to make bodies everywhere, and then power up his bodies everywhere. For a lot of decks, there's an impossibility that while you're hitting and punching, your opponent's trying to guard and basically deal with all your weenies as they punch for big power, as they continually get powered up and then go punch, 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 punch. Now, as a reminder, do be very careful of the fact that this deck does fall to one thing. If your opponent has any board clearing ability or has cards that can clear out your board presence and you overextend, you are out of luck. Cards like Maximum Firepower and Overwhelming Barrage need you to have characters. But nonetheless, I like this deck. I may have to pick up the last of the cards I am missing in my own personal collection and try out this deck myself. This is a lot of fun. And if you actually have a casual event known as a Youngling event, take out all the stuff that's like the U, so it's a common event only, common and S. S is always your starter deck cards that specifically came out in the starter deck. So if you just take out all the uncommon stuff and just put in a bunch more common and common stuff, or maybe some S's, you have still a really good aggro, like punch you in the face deck. Leia's kind of the same way. If you take out a lot of the stuff that is the high rarity stuff and just play a lot of rebels, I still think that maybe it's not the greatest strategy, but maybe I could try something out. I'm definitely probably going to build a couple Youngling decks for you all. Maybe the next time we're here at Force Table, and try out a couple Youngling deck strategies. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. The system did get updated with the new jump to light speed leaders, so I do definitely want to take a look at both of these. Jango, Boba Fett, and Han Solo. Jump to light speed has some very unique leaders, and we'll discuss more about them as we get closer to Jump to Light Speed. The official release date, that is March 14th, is when Jump to Light Speed officially drops into TC, into Unlimited. Also, in unrelated news, as we end here, it looks like Jump to Light Speed is going to be the first set that's going to start marking their cards with rotation ability. I know a lot of people don't like rotation. I know a lot of people like it in Pokemon because it rotates out the meta, and we won't really see rotation until 2026, on March of 2026. That's when Fantasy Flight says they'll start the rotation, and it looks like the first rotation will rotate out Spark of Rebellion, Shadows of the Galaxy, and Twilight of the Republic will be the first three sets rotated out. So the sets leading up to 2026 will be the first official rotated sets in. So I like it. I actually like it because it gives you a different flair of the meta, where say you're still trying to get in like I am, where you may not want to pick up all those expensive cards like Luke Skywalker, like Darth Vader, like Vigilance. What's one of the cards here that's really good? Cunning is another really expensive card. Some of the Star Destroyers are expensive. So yeah, it's always very interesting now that we're going to learn that we're going to rotate. But they did not say the threat. If the card gets reprinted like Vigilance, Cunning, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and it's the exact same card as the older set, so Spark, Shadow, or Twilight, then you can actually use it in that rotation. So again, that's telling you that Fantasy Flight Games is looking to reprint cards in sets or do a reprint set, which is really good because, again, some of the cards from like Spark of Rebellion are holding a very high price right now, like Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker and Vigilance. And I think like Shadows, I think it's just Cunning. Yeah, like Cunning is the only one. And I think from Twilight, I think it's Cad Bane is like the highest rated legendary out of the set. But yeah, I'm like I said, I am super hyped for this game. I really been enjoying it. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. If you didn't see in my community post, I am probably going to start giving this its own day, probably Tuesday, where I've been rotating this out with Marvel Snap. I'm not sure if it's going to be in February, sometime in February where this officially gets its own spot, or if after the release of Jump to Light Speed, we'll officially probably do it. I'm leaning more to Jump to Light Speed so that I can get some more just used to playing the game over here on Force Table. And I think after that, I think we'll be jumping into straight up just playing Force Table all Tuesdays with post jump to light speed. I don't know fully just yet, but I have really been enjoying this game, and it's a lot of fun. Again, Force Table is free. If you want to go on the Patreon, support the Patreon to get the draft and the sealed, you could do that. But again, to just like load up decks, play for free, I don't think is all that bad of an option. Again, would I 100% love it if they could finally set up a way to allow you and your opponent to fight? Yes, but for now, this is a good option until either that happens or Fantasy Flight finally gives us an online simulator. Who knows what happens first. Anyways, tell me about your thoughts on Tarkin and Leia down in the comments. And while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you can notify my videos go live for you. And we'll see you here next time. I'm Dragons, TCG.